Alright, the onions have been hanging up for about 2 weeks and they're fully cured. Most of them are anyway. There's a couple green ones still, but I'm going to pull them down today and process them for storage. It's pretty simple. All you do is cut off the roots on the bottom and then cut the stem up here. So, I think some people say you can twist them too, but I'm going to be doing that today. Here's a little onion braid that I made. These are pretty cool and I think they're pretty, but I don't really have anywhere in my house to hang them up. So I'm just going to put them all in boxes like this so I can store them in my pantry. Give me a second and I'll show you how to cut them off. It's super simple. Alright, here's one of my bigger white onions. It's ready to go. You can see the skin on the outside is really papery and the leaves are pretty much totally browned out. Roots are also brittle and stringy. So I'll try to do this one-handed on camera. Just take your scissors, lop off the top of the leaves, and then, let's see if I can do this, just kind of cut the hairs away, or the roots away, just like you're cutting somebody's hair. Then you can kind of get some of the looser skin off and throw it in your box. And then it's going to go in my pantry. It's supposed to be, I guess, in a cool, dark place. I'm going to fill up all these boxes and put it in the pantry. Try to keep the onions not stacked on each other so they can breathe and stay dry. And then once I get them in the pantry, I'll show you. Alright, decided to break out the tripod so I could show you my process. So I'm going up to the wall that they're all hanging on and grabbing a handful. Throw them in here. Cut off the leaves, some of the extra skin, cut off the hairs or the roots. And I'll go through this quickly. Here's a cool thing. This is a double onion. So what I've been doing is I just crack them in half. And they're basically two little onions. They're just misshapen. And I'm going to take all this onion leaves and stuff and put them in my little compost pile. And hopefully reuse them next year for compost. Alright, so I got the onions in this box, plus the onions that are in the pile in the loader bucket, and then the only onions that are still on the wall are all the giant ones that weren't ready until later in the season. So these still got another week or so of curing. You can see they're still green on them, so I'll wait until all that green's off and then I'll process those and put them in storage too. And yep. Alright, now throw them in this box. Alright, there we go. There's most of the haul from this year. And you can see all the big ones are still up on the wall. So I'll post a final pic or a video once I get all these finished curing and show the final haul. I think those will basically fill up another box, one of the smaller ones maybe. All right, here's my cabinet with my hoard in it. You can see I got some pickles, 10 quarts so far pickles from the cucumbers, and they are going insane. Like, I'm gonna be able to can this much probably every 2 weeks. So I'm getting overwhelmed and starting to give them to my neighbors. But I should have pickles for a whole year before I'll need new ones. So that's pretty sweet. And then here's the onions all tucked away. I got a little piece of scrap plywood in between to let them have good airflow. And there they are, locked away in my hoard for a year of onion. Well, probably not a year, but enough onions for me for a long time. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.